faster, healthier, better.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Get Off of Mindset podcast. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. We want to be able to give you guys a little bit more one-on-one content. So over the course of time, I'm going to start thinking of different things and topics and conversations I have with you. One thing that I did actually over the weekend was I did the 4x4x48. So a lot of people know that as the Dave Goggins challenge. So I run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours, which is a lot. Okay. The main reason why I did that is not a lot of people want to do that. Not a lot of people are willing to do that. And I really want to make sure how much I could push myself mentally and physically, to be honest. So wrote a whole bunch of things I kind of want to go over with you guys with it, what I learned, what I took away from it. So the first thing is, how did I prepare for this? So I would call myself pretty much like a runner, but my runs are like 4, 5K, 6K. Running 4 miles every 4 hours is something I didn't know I could do. So I just made sure I had my mobility down perfectly. So I made sure I stretched before every workout, warm up the hips and stuff like that. What I would do also is at the end of the workout, do a little bit of mobility also. Another thing I would do is work on my breathing. I download the app called Othership. We'll put a little thing in it for you guys to see, but Othership it helps with breathing techniques for your lung capacity, a little bit for meditation too. I don't know if a lot of people are into that, but I do find it helps a lot when you're trying to calm yourself down and try to be a little bit more present with what you're doing. And the last one is I had a massage gun. I try to use a massage gun on my quads and my hamstrings and calves. It only helps so much, but we'll get to that point after. And the only other thing is obviously nutrition. I try to have a really, really high carbs after my run. Truly try to fuel myself and fuel the run. So the second thing is I wanted to go over is what I had trouble with. Well, obviously I had no sleep. I would say I'm pretty good at waking up numerous amount of times and getting to work, starting work at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever. But I think my biggest trouble with it was you go on this like 4 mile run, and then if you run well, you get back within 50 minutes, and then you only have around 2 and a bit hours to really relax because you got to shower, you got to eat, you have to stretch, and already I looked at the time, I was like, I got to go back for a run in an hour. So I found that was super. Honestly, I don't have a lot of anxiety, but it gave me a lot of anxiety. And then the next thing is my knee started buckling a little bit on my left leg. So I tried to do the best I can to really use the massage gun again on my quads and my hamstrings to try to help it out, but it only helped so much, so I kind of had to grind it out. Okay, the next thing I want to go over is, again, why I did this. So I really think, honestly, life is too short to not do things to really push yourself mentally, physically, even emotionally. And like I said, like I like to run. Running to me is honestly meditation. It's not really physical for me. I run for 30 minutes. I think about what I need to do in that day or what I have done, or I just kind of drift off and I just have my own time, right? And why I wanted to do this was there's a description that Dave Goggins said that I actually really liked. And it's like, when you do this challenge and when you get through it, you basically have a cookie jar. And now throughout everything in life, when you're tired or you're hungry, or if you feel unmotivated to do something, you open that cookie jar up, you go in and you grab what you did before to persevere. And it's definitely, I thought it was a little bit like kooky before, but now it's funny because after I did the run, I didn't run for like a week. And there was another day I did 2 workouts, and I was like, oh, I wanted to go for a run later in the day. I was like, oh, I really don't want to run. But then I remembered that for 2 days straight, I woke up every 4 hours to go for a run. So I was like, there's no excuse, right? So it's basically one of those things it's a resilience bank, right? It's you go in, you take out, you remember a time that you persevered, and you can push through, and over time that builds up. So that's why I did that, because it's really important for me to be able to do things that I would be proud of for myself. Like I know I could push through it, but I didn't know how far and how much. So the next thing I want to go through is, do you have to do this challenge? Honestly, no. You do not need to do this challenge, but I do, encourage you to do something similar to it. Dave Goggins even says, like, you don't have to run the 4 miles. You can walk it. You can extend it for as long as possible, but really push yourself, right? And you can do any challenge that you want. It could be either sticking to that nutrition plan or that diet. I really hate the word diet, but if you have a diet plan or something you want to stick to, you can stick to that for a week and then push. Finish that book, which is really great. You have a specific workouts during the week. You want to finish that. I think it's really important. Everybody should always have a specific challenge that they want. And it's important to start small, but don't be comfortable with doing small challenges. There has to be a certain time where you got to make that jump and make that improvement on yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, it's the small compound wins, yes, but you need to be able to, you need to test your mettle, basically. And I've always believed that. I always tell that to my clients, my friends, my family. You need to have that day where you test your mettle. Wanted to get on to the last part is another thing that I feel that people should really push through with this is track it, right? So what I did to do this challenge is I decided to just go all the way. So I posted everything on social media. Well, with my social media, I put it in the highlights on my page, and literally every run, I posted the time, everything, because I know for myself, if I put everything out there, I would not want to bitch out, because then everybody knows that I bitched out and I can't handle that. I need to put everything on the forefront so that I go all the way, right? Now, do you have to go to that extreme? That depends on you. Like, how much do you want to have accountability, right? You could tell a friend, you can keep a family member to like call you and tell you like, hey man, you got to go, or whatever the case may be. But what I'm trying to say is, when you have a challenge, make sure somebody's holding you accountable, right? With me, it was my whole social media page, so I could do it. And the last thing I want to go over is a quote. Okay, so over these course of videos that we're making, I love quotes. People make fun of me that I love motivational quotes, but you know what? I want you guys to appreciate them too. So I wrote one down for you guys. So one that kept me going throughout this whole challenge was, you always need to be your best self when you're the least motivated. And that really resonated with me, because listen, when you're motivated, you watch that Rocky montage scene, or you watch something that motivates you, of course we're gonna feel great. But what's important is that we push and then we do things great when we feel the less motivated to do something great, right? So every time that I did not want to run, or every time beyond that point that I wanted to do something, that I did not want to do something, I remembered I need to be my best version of myself when I am the least motivated, all right? That is it, guys. I appreciate everything. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Let me know if you did the Dave Goggins challenge. How did you guys like it? If you guys are listening on Spotify, please share it. We're a small channel, but we're trying to grow as much as possible. So as much love and feedback, we appreciate that. But other than that, love you guys. Bye.